Hey Canucks fans, welcome to Clay's Canucks commentary for Friday, April the 5th. I'm Clay Emo, I'm at Canuck Clay on Twitter, I'm at Clayton Emo on Instagram. I'm the founder of the GLCPC, the Good Looking Canucks Positivity Club, and this is my Canucks take, all in one take. Last night, the Vancouver Canucks dropped an entertaining 3-2 decision to the Nashville Predators. Nashville fighting for that Central Division, the top spot in that Central Division, whereas the Canucks are playing out their season in their penultimate game of the season. There's that word again. But yeah, it was a great, actually, it was a very entertaining game for being the second last game of the season. That's probably because Nashville had a lot to play for still, and that's probably because we were still excited about Quinn Hughes, Peterson, Besser, all the guys to see how they wind up their season. And sure enough, the Canucks get out to a 2-0 lead before Nashville turns it on, and then Nashville ends up scoring 2 goals in the final 5 minutes to seal the deal. But overall, a very entertaining game. You got to give the Canucks a lot of credit, especially in the first period, outshooting the Predators 16-9, taking it to a team that's got, almost 20 points on them in the standings. And it wasn't until, the Predators probably dominated the play in the last 2 periods, but the Canucks hung in there. Markstrom was awesome, as always. He made 30 stops, but alas, fell a bit short. Today, I want to talk about Quinn Hughes real quick. Actually, before we talk about Quinn Hughes, let's talk about Tanner Pearson. Tanner Pearson scores his 8th goal of the season in just 18 games. I've been using this extrapolation game because a lot of people have poo-pooed the trade ever since we got him, even though it was Eric Gabranson going the other way. But you can't argue with Pearson's numbers since he's been here. 8 goals in 18 games, extrapolated over a full 82-game season, and presuming full health. That's 36 goals. That's a lot, and maybe he's not going to get that next season for the Canucks, but if he becomes a 20-25 goal scorer, that's bona fide second-line production, and I think perhaps we have found at least one of 2 wingers for Bo Horvat going forward. They still got to, I think, fill the other side. I'm not sure if Louis Eriksson is a long-term solution, but can't argue with Tanner Pearson's production, and again, another goal kind of from his wheelhouse, right in the slot, right in front of the net. He's not afraid to go to the dirty area, so to speak. A bit of a fluky goal in that it went off the goalie's back and in the net, but still, it counts, and good for Pearson, being a great pickup at the trade deadline. Like I said, Jacob Markstrom had a really good game. Troy Stecher had a tough game. He owned up to it after the game in the dressing room as he gave his interviews because the game-winning goal went off of him. And it's really interesting, all 3 Nashville goals, there was some sort of, whether you call it controversy or there was some sort of challenge or some sort of delay before the goals were awarded. Well, at least the first 2. The first one, Sissons goes through Markstrom, originally called not a goal because of the whistle, but then that rule of the continuous motion of the puck. So they ended up counting that one. And then the second one, you can argue that there was goalie interference as guys were sliding towards the crease on Markstrom. Third goal, the Canucks were just outplayed in their own zone, and that included Peterson and Besser and, of course, Troy Stecher. We talked about the second Canucks goal. That was Tanner Pearson's, and the first Canucks goal was by Marcus Granlund. Both of those goals were on the power play. Both of those goals set up by Quinn Hughes. So let's talk about... I got so choked up there. No, let's talk about Quinn Hughes' 2 assists yesterday. Now he's up to 3 points, all of them assists, 3 points in 4 games, a nice .75 points per game average. See that good math there. But more importantly, he has breathed life into not just power play 2, but the entire team. But yes, he helped the power play go 2 for 2, both of the goals coming from the second unit. So all you people worried about him, why is he on the first unit? Why can't he play with Besser and Peterson and Horvat and those guys? He will. He'll be there next year. He just got to be there next year. I don't think 5 games at the start of his career is going to kill him. And look what he did. He helped balance out the power play unit, so to speak. The first goal, the first assist, was a beautiful thing. He started from his own blue line, brought it through the zone, and did a quick give and go with Marcus Granlund at the blue line on the left side. So it brings it up, passes it to Granlund, then cuts it in the zone. Granlund gives it back to him. But what you saw next was a perfect example of Hughes' brilliance. He's trying to get control of the puck. 3 Nashville Predators are drawn to him. And as those 3 Predators are drawn to Hughes because of his ability, as he's trying to get control of the puck, whether it was intentional or not, and it was hard to pick up, but if you studied the replay, you could see this. Hughes put the puck off of the sideboards to himself before making a blind backhand pass into the slot for Marcus Granlund. Now, Marcus Granlund did a wonderful, move on Rene to his own credit. Went backhand, top shelf. Beautiful finish by Granlund. Very surprising, actually, but it was a wonderful, way to cap off a beautiful play. And that Hughes thing, so you got to think of a few things here. The fact that he drew 3 Predators to him as a rookie with his speed and his skill, that means, if you do the math, there are 4 Canucks guys and only 1 Predators guy, not including the goalie, left. There are 4, the Canucks skaters, including Granlund, outmanned the Nashville skaters 4-1 on that power play at that exact moment because 3 Predators were focused on Quinn Hughes in the corner. So that's a really cool thing to think about when you analyze the numbers. Not that it's hard to analyze 5 numbers or numbers up to 5, but the more impressive thing was watch the replay again, especially the camera, not the standard classic view or the TV view, but when they show the replays from behind the net, you can see Hughes as he's making his moves, going in the corner, as he starts to lose a bit of control of the puck. Again, whether it's intentional or not, he plays the puck off the sideboards right back to himself, and then backhand pass to Granlund, who finishes it off. It's very reminiscent of the first assist he had against LA, where he passed it to himself from behind the net. So not only is Quinn Hughes good when you have to cover him one-on-one, but when he's using inanimate objects like the sideboards or the back of the net to help him, to give him even more of an advantage, he is a wonderful player to watch. He's going to be a tough person to check. So that was Quinn Hughes' first assist. His second assist, kind of a more standard play. He helped the team gain the zone once again. I think it was Spooner that took the puck out of the corner, fed it to Hughes at the top of the at the blue line, and Hughes got a very quick, not a hard shot, but a very quick shot off, a smart, intelligent shot, and then it bounced around a bit. It went to Pearson. Pearson puts it off of Rene, and it goes into the net. So that goal was also created by Hughes, and it wasn't as much skating or as much stick handling, but a quick shot, a quick release, and a quick decision all helped that second goal happen, and all helped that second unit look more powerful. So I'm excited. I'm very excited. There's a lot of hype going into Quinn Hughes' debut. I've talked about this a couple times. It was Besser 2 years ago. Some hype around him, but not maybe this much. Then Adam Gaudette, a more understated debut last year in his 5 games, and then Quinn Hughes. Obviously, the hype train is barreling down the tracks. And it's going to be hard to stop. He's kind of taken all the headlines away from Markstrom, as well as Markstrom's played, MVP. He's taken the headlines away from Pettersson, who's still going to be the Calder Trophy winner, I think. And that's how good Quinn Hughes is. That's how excited we are, because we've seen glimpses now. 3 points in 4 games, 2 points yesterday on the power play, all 3 of them assists, 2 of the assists using, like I said, an inanimate object to help him get that assist. We see how smart he is. We see how clever he is. We see how well he skates, how cleanly he exits zones, how cleanly he enters zones, how good he can walk the line, quick release, all these good things. Yes, he's getting out-muscled a little bit on D, but I think, with a summer of training and getting a bit stronger, that's never going to be the strongest part of his game, obviously, but we've seen a lot of good parts of his game, and the defensive things I think he can work on, especially as he learns positioning, as he gets stronger, and as he learns more of our system and more of his teammates. So a lot of good things to think about for Quinn Hughes. Canucks fans, would love to hear what you think. Leave a comment below. I'd love to read, react, and reply. Tell me what you thought about last night's game. Tell me what you thought about Tanner Pearson. Oh yeah, I didn't even talk about Brogan Rafferty. A very, understated, safe game, -1, but not really his fault. 12 minutes, had a bit of a nervous start, but played 12 minutes of solid ice time. Didn't look out of place. We'll see if he gets a look as well one more time when the Canucks play their final game of the season, Saturday afternoon in St. Louis. Another team that's fighting with Nashville and with Winnipeg atop that Central Division. So Canucks fans, leave a comment below. I'd love to read, react, and reply. Tell me what you think about Quinn Hughes, what you thought about Quinn Hughes, and what excites you about him the most. Why are you looking forward to seeing him in a Canucks uniform? Is it all those things I talked about, or is there something else that I missed? I'll love to see what you have to say. Subscribe if you like to. Like this video if you like to. Like I said, Canucks are off. Second last day of the season, but they have their last game of the season, their season finale in St. Louis tomorrow afternoon. Have a great day. God bless, and go Canucks go.